Hello everyone, and I am back. After we finish off with the DLC, I thought it would be nice to go back into the base game, and we'll go back to the DLC here in a second. And I want to go ahead and I want to read a description of not only the weapons, but I also want to go ahead and I want to go to the library that's over here, or the museum, one would say. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to do the museum first, and then after the museum, then I'm going to go and I'll do the weapons afterwards. So let's see all the goodies we got. Leafy World, the Baffling Blocks, the Geyser Goombas. Oh, they look like they're having fun. Ancient Gardens version 0. The Piping Session. Ew. Moving on. The Rabid Kong. He's so big. The Exotic Ford. Bonsai Bill. Oh, he looks so lonely up there. The Wrecking Smasher. Aw, why don't we get that as an enemy? The Archaeosite. Archaeo Details. Hieroglyphics. The Giant Skeleton. I'm honestly surprised that wasn't a boss. The Giant Fridge. The Spooky Ziggies. The Swamp House. The Odd Fountain. The Spooky Swamp. The Spooky Valkyries. Eerie Little Square. The Opera Theater. The Mines. The Smithies. Not much of a difference, honestly. The Mecha Prototype. The Mushroom Tunnel. Lava Boss version 0. Or at least I'm assuming that's version. The Bra Machines. And Bowser's Castle. Alright, next. Alright, so I took a look here. Looks like this is just soundtracks that we've already heard, so we're gonna skip to the next thing. Alright, we got 3D models. Oh, what is this? You know, Super Smash Melee or something? Anyways, we got Mario, Rabbid Luigi, Rabbid Peach. I'm assuming we can click and move the models around. Get to look at all the details. Garden Ziggy, Sunflower, Toadette, Toad Friends, the White Rabbids, the Garden Hopper, the Rabbid Plant, Luigi, the Garden Smasher, Rabbid Kong, Sherbet Ziggy, Sherbet Hopper, Sherbet Smasher. Aw, he's just lounging around. Sherbet Supporter, Blitzy, Sandy, Rabbid Mario, Sherbet Buckler, Peach, Icicle Golem, Spooky Ziggy, Spooky Supporter, Spooky Peekaboo, Spooky Hopper, Spooky Smasher, Calavera, Rabbid Yoshi, Spooky Valkyrie, Spooky Buckler, Phantom, Lava Ziggy, Lava Hopper, Lava Smasher, Lava Valkyrie, Lava Buckler, Lava Supporter, Lava Peekaboo, Mecha Jr., Yoshi, Wario, Waluigi, the Lava Queen, Mecha Dragon Bowser, Megabug, Spawny, and also Peach. Then last we have the Taros. Sombrero Vaquero. I'm gonna butcher these names so badly. I see London. I see Underpants. Potty Mouth. If I select Okay, just gives me a closer look at them. Remote hog. Hey, stop hogging the remote. The loud talker. Love on the rocks. Oh, Legasp. Carte Blanche. Jimbasola. Hey, at least he lifted it up. A porcelain vacation. Wheel of fatality. Oh, that. I'm sure he's fine. Blubberknot. The nerd. I love science. Reaper of moles. Let me go imbalance. The burning butt. And hot dogs. Got spirit? Hilarious accident. Hilarious for who? Interplanetary outhouse. Ew. Needs alloy. Life bois. Slippery world. So, oh no, that's not gonna end well. And lastly, Monday. Back to work we go. Alright, here we are in the DLC museum. Take a look at the artwork. Got the Shipwreck Cove. The Twin Totems. Side Eye Sanctuary. Music Scales. The Crab Yard. The Jungle Palette. The Climbers. Dried on the Vine. Buanana Hana Mati Temple. Old Smuggler's Caves. Jump Rabbids Jump. Ah, that's a classic. The Battle of Rabbid Kong. Dun dun dun. And like before, we'll skip the music to the 3D models. Rabbid Peach with her fancy sunglasses. Got Donkey Kong. Rabbid Cranky. Tropical Collector. He looks so evil. Tropical Ziggy. The Tropical Smasher. Ah! The Tropical Hopper. Side Eye. Tropical Buckler. Tropical Summoner. Finn. Tropical Smuggler. Mega Rabbid Kong. An Island Diorama. Oh, that's nice. Got Cranky feeding the birds. You got Beep Zero over there as well. Got Donkey Kong sleeping in the crook of Rabbid Kong. And then Rabbid Peach sleeping up on his chest. And that's nice. And you have the setting sun there too. Up first is the Lightning Shark. When there's a storm at sea, the sharks are first to know. Hell in a shell. No turtles were harmed into making this high-powered weapon. I don't believe you. Bois Blaster. Like Van Gogh, Rabbids often practice their craft with tortured tributes of themselves. The Rumblebee. Allergic to evil? Machu! Machu! Want the latest buzz in rabbit technology? Feel the sting of the Rumblebee. The Piranha Pelter. What better way to say, bite me to your enemies? The Piston Panic. Produce a pulsating progression of powerful projectiles with this pneumatic annihilator. The Fragmenter. Weapons powered by an 8-bit CPU may not seem strong, but foes will be blown away by the creativity this gun fosters during combat. The Yellow Submarine. All your friends are all aboard with kicking your enemies' butts. Matter Splatter. Ew. Dispatch your foes with the hot-blooded brilliance and passion of an abstract expressionist. The Golden Bullet. This shiny 24-karat Cannoneer is the gold standard when it comes to striking it rich on the battlefield, or filling cavities. A Bonsai Bill. Our industrious rabbit friends love Bonsai Bill. They think he's cute. This weapon unleashes a power-packed punch like Bill. Chaw Jaw. Bat 1,000 with this little beauty. Ceramic Panic. When this is all over, let's hope this vase can go back to holding something nice, like roses or one of those fresh fruit bouquets that you get a month that you can't stop the subscription of. Visceral Vaporizer. Early Egyptians used canopic jars to store the organs of the dearly departed. Let's all hope the one used to make this weapon was empty. Ew. Teeth of Tanuki. Rabbids love Mario's Tanuki suit so much that they made a weapon out of it. Hopefully they'll return it to his closet before he sees it's gone. Oh. Thorn Scorn. Be a thorn in your enemy's side with this menacing specimen taken straight from spooky trails. Just don't sit on it by accident. Okay, I'll make sure not to sit on it. Let's just put this on, where Bowser sits down and we're good to go. War Paint. Paint your enemy into a corner, then flush them down the tubes with this acrylic assassin. Fat Cat. Enemy got 9 lives, let the cat out of the bag and get ready to grin like a kitty with a bowl of cream. Grudge Metal. No enemy is strong enough to stand up to the angst-filled, introspective apathy of this lugubrious light gun. Why this seems more like a Luigi weapon. Spider Igniter. Watches your foes struggle only to become further entangled in your intricately woven web of butt whipping. Carpe Diem. This ornamental light gun symbolizes love, friendship, and crushing your enemies faster than a pond full of carp can eat a watermelon. Sons of Branarchy. This road-ripping light gun is as quick, dependable, and smooth as the street bobbers it was inspired by. Anvil. Turn up the heat and bring the hammer down. It's time to melt down some miscreants. The Flannel Phenom. Don't get mad, get plaid, as in this plaid persuader that will check victory off your list every time. Button Masher. Unfortunately for enemies, the big red button on this melee weapon won't put an emergency stop to the butt kicking you're about to dish out. The Bowser Basher. Hey, maybe you'll even get to smack Bowser with his own hands. Ow, why are you hitting yourself? Ow, why are you hitting yourself? Spring Cleaner. Time to banish those winter blues by decluttering your life of deadbeat derelicts. Cranial Abrogator. A steam-powered hammer? What necessary steam-powered inventions will they think of next? Juice? Treadmill? Socks? TKO. When the fight starts, make sure these mitts are in your corner. The all-time heavyweight champ of kicking the bad guys' butts. Mighty Mitts of Mario. Even Mario could use an extra hand or two when it comes to getting a grip on Bowser Jr.'s skullduggery. Conkbuster. Did you ever have one of those plastic hammers that squeaked every time you bonked your sibling on the head? This is almost as fun. Bee Blunger. High five for the hive. Enemies will be wary of getting too close after they feel this beauty sting. Hammer time. The law of the golden hammer says if all you have is a hammer, everything looks like a nail, or in this case, like a photo squash. Barrel Bonker. Barrels were once used to flatten Mario and his friends. Now you're using them to flatten their enemies. Life is funny that way. Track Attack. Time to make tracks on your opponent's behind. Hydrant Hammer. Extinguish your antagonist with this iconic symbol of safety and protection. Just don't park within 10 feet of it or you'll get a ticket. The Toad Tapper. A loving tribute to Princess Peach's most loyal attendant, Toad. The poor guy spent hours modeling for the Rabbids who made this. Battle Gavel. The bad guys get their day in court and justice always prevails when you call for order with the ceremonial symbol of squashing. Sucker Puncher. It's a unanimous verdict. Your enemies suck. Toxic Truchurin. Don't let things mushroom out of control on the battlefield. This poisonous pole hammer leaves a bad taste in your foe's mouth every time. Peeper Reaper. Talk about hard on the eyes. When it comes to this melee weapon, it's an eye for an eye with an eye. That sounds painful. Glamour Hammer. There's only one thing better than smashing your way to victory, and that's looking fabulous while you do it. Oh, is that why this hammer's covered in glitter? Ugh, it gets everywhere. Sunset Slammer. Kick back, relax, and watch your worries and your opponents dip below the horizon with this Twilight Tormentor. The Grid Gavel. Greetings, programs. We hope this futuristic flail serves you well in the fight against sinister hacker programs, Bowser Jr. The Dwarf Star. Nothing burns hotter than the Dwarf Star, just like nothing burns hotter on the dance floor than Rabbid Luigi at a wedding. Slam Hound. Kick butt together anytime, anywhere with any enemy. Turbine. Let's pray the Rabbids at Peach's Castle didn't take the parts for this from something important, like a jet engine or hydroelectric dam. I'm sure it's fine. Just ignore the explosions and the screams in the background. Life's a beach. The Rabbids at Peach's Castle went all out with this one, opting for a classic retro beechwood luxurious finish. Looks great around the home. Sugar Rush. Satisfy your craving for full flavored firepower with this caustic confection. Just don't let it spoil your dinner though. The ASC2 Eradicator. Thanks to ASC2, you can call your enemy 068-079-082-075 without getting grounded. Exoskeleton. The powers of the elements are fused with the Koopa shell and Bowser's favorite jewelry. Oh, we just stole Bowser's favorite, necklace there. Or earrings. Or nose ring. Probably the nose ring. Or I guess in this case the choker. All the rage at more fashionable battlefields. Crosshair Nightmare. Stay dialed in on victory with this optic elemental that nearly always hits its mark. Ghillie suit not included. Shining Dawn. Earn yourself a gold star for destruction when you transmute this malleable elemental from passive inventory item to a battlefield beauty. Glassberry Swirl. Don't be a sucker. Sweet victory is yours when you unwrap this long-lasting, flavorful mix of damage and secondary effects. Butcher's Block. Made from 100% lead and BPA-free classic wood building blocks. Have fun and learn while cooking your enemies' patootie at the same time. How many different ways are you going to say butt game? Tesla Circle. Nikola Tesla himself would marvel at the Rabbids' handiwork here. Just don't let Thomas Edison get his dirty thieving hands on it. Crosshead Orb. Put the screws to enemy combatants with this harmful hardware, the ultimate tool in your hero's toolbox. The Circle of Strife. Whether the cool energy of the moon or the warm energy of the sun, the vibe of this weapon is anything but soothing for your foes. The Gem Cutter. Want to hear something outrageous? Truly, truly, truly outrageous. Your foes think they can avoid a vicious butt kicking by this elemental. The Marble Marauder. You'll be playing for keepsies when you knuckle down with this agate elemental. Cactus Fracas. Feeling needled by your antagonist? Just bring this high antioxidant elemental to bloom on the battlefield. Damage drought over. Gag me with a spoon. Gag your enemies out the door with this Primo Blast from the past. Available at finer shopping malls everywhere. Round Shield Shocker. Nail your enemies right in a god stat thanks to this elemental weapon. Awesome Viking beard not included. Pipe Dream. Hopefully this particular section of Warp Pipe the Rabbids at Peach's Castle borrowed wasn't going anywhere important. Polka Party. According to many experts, the Kick Bowser Jr.'s butt polka is a huge hit. Effectual Atomizer. Forget all the other steam-powered rockets, especially our latest model. We're still being sued. The Atomizer is aces. The Black Widow. Muscle aches, nausea, and paralysis are just a few side effects foes will endure via this weapon, and that's just when you pull it out. Saturn V. This rocket represents the latest in space exploration, exploring how much space it takes to blow your enemies into orbit. The Stinger. Don't be deceived. While it may look cute, this fuzzy little venom boasts a bodacious bite. Bullinator. Watch foes sweat bullets on the battlefield when you lock and load this mean-looking munition. Thunder Scepter. When there's thunder, there's lightning. When there's the Thunder Scepter, there's a massive butt-kicking. Louise Armstrong. Sure to strike a foul note with your opponents. I see bruises of green, red, noses too. Big Spike. The Rabbids at Peach's Castle were so impressed with these skeevies, they used them as back scratchers. They made several weapons out of them. Sky Raider. You are cleared for landing. A fist on your enemy's face. Big Red. Wants them to feel a little dread? Just let them have a look at old Big Red. Might of the Kite. The Rabbids had to pull some strings to make this rocket. Be careful not to tangle it in some power lines or scare nesting birds with it. World Cannon. Desperate for materials, Rabbids use a world cannon for this rocket. Too bad, as it was your only chance to see Providence, Rhode Island. Golden Rocket. Elevate your opponent's destruction beyond the mundane with 24-karat gold premium explosions that overcome the senses with luxury and pain. Especially the pain. Agro Torpedo. Blow off some steam with this rocket that's all the rage amongst hotheads, malcontents, and lone wolves with an axe to grind. Jade Jaguar. Enemies need to keep an eye on their blind spot or else they'll fall to the stalk and ambush style of this opportunist apex predator. It also has cat ears. Gracious Rocket. The blobs in this rocket move and stuff. It's like they grow, break up, fall down, and start all over. Like the cycle of life, man. So pretty. Red Lightning. Be the storm on the horizon. Victory is yours in a flash when you discharge powerful blast from this boom shot. Shakalaka. Coin Obori. It's big, mighty, and when it comes to taking out enemies, this baby's got teeth. Wrath of the Dragon. This fire-spewing beast of a boom shot is no myth. Enemies everywhere beware. Here be the dragons. Prickly Persuader. Watch enemies lose their spines when you make them feel the heat from this cacti cannon. Partridge Commander. Although we haven't seen these misfire yet, you should blow any dust off it before shooting. Just don't lick it. Why? Why would you do that? Plumber's Helper. No enemy could be dumber. Who seeks to best the plumber? Maki Marauder. Heads are gonna roll when you serve up this spicy serving of boom shot. Check, please. The Low Rider. How low can you go while knocking your opponent's teeth out? The Splatformer. Oh, that's a cool one. Look at that. Actually have Mario and with the first couple games there. Send your enemies to Minus World with its groundbreaking boom shot. The end. Goldfish. Weird how goldfish sound really valuable, but they actually cost 29 cents at the pet store. Mushroom Marauder. Power up your performance on the battlefield with this terror-inducing toadstool. Yeah, it even has a face on it too. The Big Cat. The enemies will look like something the cat dragged in after they tangle with this tiger. Sunflower Power. Don't get salty with your enemies, just whip out the symbol of summer and let it spit. Groove Thing. Shake your groove thing, shake your groove thing. The Rabbids at Peach's Castle made this funky throwback using a collection of 1970s professional roller dance dresses and some van artwork. The Matrix Mashup. Which will it be, the red pill or blue? There's also yellow and green. Wait, there's orange too? Shoot, never mind. These are chocolates. Kite Commando. Knock the wind out of their sails with this powerful parafoil that provides hours of fun at the beach or your local kite festival. Big Blue Bopper. Enemy's got you down, bash the blues away with this bludgeon-type weapon that'll leave them black and blue all over. Deadbolt. No one gets past this powerful melee weapon once it springs to action. Victory is a lock. Clobber Chomper. You think after making this, the Rabbids at Peach's Castle would avoid chain chomps at all costs. Turns out Rabbids love the little rascals. Special delivery! Just have your enemy sign the dotted line to receive the butt kicking of a lifetime. Baleful Bad Ender. Steampunk mech suits and stuff are cool, but they need a ton of maintenance. Trust us, you're better off with a hammer. Marble Masher. Socrates himself would have loved to have this baby at his side during his more heated philosophical arguments. Rabbids Rattler. Don't go to bat against your foes with anything less than his winged warhammer of the night. Column Crusher. Strike gold with his bionic ionic and hope your enemies appreciate the craftsmanship and artistry that's gone into sealing their doom. Big Mean Submarine. Plunge your antagonist into the icy waters of defeat when you propel this pummeler across their bow. The Boo Basher. Hope your foes aren't scared of ghosts, they're about to become one. Dark. Feel the heat. Give them a little oven lovin' with this recipe for 4 butt kicking. 1. Preheat to 200 degrees Celsius. 2. Lightly grease. 3. Conk on the head. Bat out of heck. Knock your enemies into next week without batting an eye. One last final kiss. Mwah. The Thromper Stomper. Enemies best come proper unless they want to feel the Thromper Stomper. The Thunderbolt. Smite your enemies with the mighty mountain-crushing hammer of Norse legend. Flight not included with this mode. Fuchsia Fury. Who says battles have to be boring, drab affairs? This luscious-looking light gun is not only practical, it's a stylish combat choice. Red Wasp. What it lacks in size, it makes up for with a powerful payload. Watch enemies scatter or risk getting stung. Rainbow Runner. Ooh, pretty. Bad guy trouble melts like lemon drops, and dreams of butt kickings really do come true over this rainbow. Retro Deflator. Retro chic fashion is making a comeback, and so are you when you accessorize with this popular pulsating power glove. Loaded question. Still trouncing troublemakers with ease? That's a loaded question for you. Destruction Zone. There are no detours on the road to victory. When this baby clocks in, watch your enemy's workers. Comp claims soar. Bling Machine. A nugget of wisdom. Don't get between Rabbid Peach and her favorite auric accessory, unless you want to be ground to gold dust and be used as an accessory. Brute. Enemies get the boot when you bring out the brute. Pain Sprayer. Portable, easy to clean, debatable, and delivers twice the pain in half the time. No air compressor needed. Birchin Urchin. Much like the spiny globule animal after which it's named, adversaries will find its beauty tough to handle or accidentally step on. Yeah, accidentally, sure. The Royal Pain. The Royal Pain lives to remind its inferiors who's really in charge. Comet. Here's an omen for you. You're about to whip your enemies' behinds. No Pity Kitty. Scratch and claw your way to victory with this graceful, fiercely independent blaster that for some reason gives you sneezing fits. Don't ask questions. Camouflage Corsage. Want to make a grand entrance? You'll be the belle of the battlefield when you debut this covert camo cannon. The Electron. Once this baby gets charged up, it's the end of the line for your enemies. Ballistic Mystic. The wizard that used to make this was originally bought at a souvenir stand at an amusement park in New Jersey. Still, it's pretty magical. Run for the hills! The hills are alive with the sound of your enemy's sufferings. Brah! Pay the Piper. Crush your enemy's pipe dream of defeating you in combat. The Lucky Devil. Having a devil of a time defeating your enemies, they'll have 0 luck overcoming this nasty little light gun. Yes, 0 luck. New Wave Wrecker. Get ready to make waves with this androgynous looking light gun that not only defeats your enemies but single-handedly put an end to disco. Excavator. Got tunnel vision for victory? This entry knows the drill so well that winning is in danger of being almost boring. Keys to victory. All keyed up? Why not unwind on your opponent's face? Calamitous Coup. Perfect for sentry duty or a joyride to your favorite juke joint dance hall or Ivy League football game. 23 Skidoo. Sandbagger. Looks like the Rabbids at Peach's Castle got creative with this one. Hope Mario doesn't expect to have his golf clubs back anytime soon. Low Blow. Go the full 10 rounds with your opponents thanks to Low Blow. Spit Bucket not included. Hot Rod. Wave the checkered flag and do a lap on your opponent's face before sending them to pit row permanently. Declogger Flogger. Plunges into battle, flushing out enemies and wiping them out with ease. Buck. Lock horns with the enemy in style when Buck takes the battlefield, made with 10% copper to reduce the chance of scratches and dents. Quickies and Scream. Oh, now I'm hungry. I scream, you scream, we all scream when treated to this terrifying swirl of termination. Anchors away. Ride the high seas to victory thanks to this high damage deployable that won't leave you high and dry. Avalanche. Want to win by landslide? Let loose with the Avalanche. Bullseye. This deployable is anything but flighty. It can't wait to dart into battle where it always hits its mark. Camo Whammo. The latest and deployable sentry weapon system platform is ready for inspection, sir. Now drop and give me 20 enemy butt kickings. Alarm Clock. Rumor has it the Rabbids took these parts from an old clock tower in Spooky Trails. Hope that doesn't come back to haunt you. Iron Curtain. If you want to keep the bad guys in check, you need to strike while the iron is hot. Wisecracking, computerized AI not included. Section Destruction. Enemies whining, tell them to suck it up until you can clean up on the field of battle. Prime Mover. Low in the action, get things moving again with the Space Age Sharpshooter. The Muffler Snuffler. Sounds dirty. Cruise your way to Victory Lane with this mean machine that's surprisingly safe and easy to handle. Also available in sport packages. The Boom Broom. Lightweight and collapsible for easy storage. This long-range rattler is a menace to faraway foes and pet hair alike. Spike Strike. They're gonna have some really angry spikes when all this is over, but hey, at least their skewers are being put to good use. The Bozo Blaster. Reminiscent of the Koopa clown car, I wonder how many clowns can fit in that thing. The car, not the Bozo Blaster. Firefighter. Things getting too hot for the pepper? Time to hose your enemies down with enough firepower to extinguish any hopes they have of victory. The Golden Touch. Unlike King Midas, you can't turn foes into gold. That's next game. However, you can turn them into sniveling crybabies with this gold-plated precision weapon. Hog Wild. Lets you live life high on the hog, assuming you have the chops to wield it. Zooey! HMs, let's go. Set sail for victory when you commandeer this proud-looking precision class vessel that smells faintly of rotted seaweed. Ryu. Japanese for dragon. This ferocious looking precision weapon rains fire from above, just like its namesake. Stacker Attacker. Some poor kid out there is missing their happy Stacker rainbow ring toy thanks to this. Hopefully they have a bumpy ball to play with. Harvey Brawlbanger. Long day on the battlefield, get ready to kick back and mix it up by serving your enemy a stiff one. A stiff boot to the rear. Bag Sniper. Shut your opponent's geggy, then blow him a funeral dirge with his plaid precision pipe. These words, I swear. Lil Tykes, load and go. Just because you're in the thick of battle doesn't mean you can't have fun. Laugh and learn with the latest in precision weaponry for kids. Luigi's Long Shot. This outfit actually belongs to a Luigi Garibaldi of Milford, Delaware. He just happens to have the same fashion sense as you-know-who. Denim Destroyer. In a tight spot, With this baby in your back pocket, you wrangle the bad guys in no time with only minor chafing around the crotch area. Why? Up close and personal, be the first to make contact with your enemy's face. Here. Rumor has it, the Rabbids at Peach's castle took those gears from an old clock tower. Hope that doesn't come back to haunt you. Hey, you already said that. Killer extinct. Get Jurassic in gear and get ready for the ride of a lifetime with a deployable so advanced it defies evolution. The park is open. Jeopardous Jalopy. Not only will this beauty keep you safe, if there's a classic car show anywhere nearby, you're bound to win first prize. Master Control. Take control of the battlefield thanks to this menacing looking sentry. Just keep it away from any mainframe computers. End of line. Barn Burner. Need a hand? It's dependable. Deployable is ready to pitch in morning, noon, or night. The Brontosaurus Rex. Possible influences here includes the dinosaurs, the Brockness monster, or the creature from the Black Lagoon. Crater Maker. The hardest working deployable in the business, bulldozes your adversaries like so much cheap landfill. No overtime necessary. Danger Arranger. A clear sign of danger to your enemies. Deploying the sentry means you can cone off your worries and relax. Painful Express. This pain train delivers a payload of paroxysm to your antagonist right on schedule. Fatal Frame. Picture this. Ha ha ha, you're hilarious. Your enemy's getting roasted as they try to get past the watchful lens of this deployable. Talk about being photobombed. Gold Rush. There's gold in them hills, so get ready to stake your claim on your opponent's face. The Road Reaper. Put the pedal to the metal in conflict on cruise control with this highway harbinger of pain. A Sleigh at the Beach. Makes even the most grueling battles feel like a day at the beach. Don't forget the sunblock. Deploy Toy. Aw, looks kind of like a mouse or a rat. Don't get all wound up, just send this colorful, carefully carved classic onto the battlefield to pop your opponent's bubble. Attack from the Future 2. It's back. It's back from the future, and believe me, it looks very gloomy for you enemies. Blue Flame. A powerful weapon that'll cook your opponent's goose, getting the job well done every time. Big Top. Everyone loves a clown, but when this Harlequin healer takes the center ring, no one will be laughing. The Crown Jewel. Those who defy the crown get a quick serving of courtly justice, right upside the head. Barracuda. Sleek, fast, and furious. When his boom shot surfaces, the bad guys get schooled big time. Royal Rabbid. The Rabbids at Peach's castle love Princess Peach so much they made this weapon so that she'd always feel close to them. Lucky her. Bait and Switch Bruiser. The bad news. Your princess is in another castle. The good news. She had time to work on her target shooting. Razzle Dazzle. Want to add some oomph to the action? Spice to the scuffle? Sachet to the fray? Then get ready to dazzle the competition with this beauty. Lavinator. As dangerous as it is majestic, hits with the force of a super volcano. Time to kick a little ash. Kanagawa Powa. Serves up, and Evil's about to take a gnarly wipeout as this top class wave hits the battlefield. Nasty Yellow Fella. Rest assured, it's your foes that will turn yellow when you introduce them to your little friend. Woolly and Bill. Unleash a 24-karat cannonade at your foes with this gilded grump that gives new meaning to the word payload. Smackerel. The catch of the day, 1.9 kilograms of delicious enemy butt kicking. Heavy Artillery. Unleashes a powerful volley of fragrant fusillades at your lily-livered opponents. Battling Bill. The love affair between Bonsai Bill and the Rabbit Inventors continues. Hopefully he won't sue. Let's not think too much about that one. Zebra Muscle. The unique stripe pattern of zebras make them the most recognizable animal ever. It also makes for really cool bed sheets and baggy pants. Enemies to the crown should give this Grenaduck a wide berth, lest they get royally hosed. Bramo. Whams away. Rabbits take to explosions like a duck to water. Silent but deadly. Smells like victory. Please, someone open a window for the love of all that is. Golden Goose. This gold version of the standard Grenaduck includes a season pass subscription to future butt kickings. The fall catting dandy. No worries about quality. We test every Grenaduck before it leaves the factory floor. This one explodes great. Trust us. Please. Or else. Brunhilde. Bringing down the final curtain for your opponents with explosive aria from this combative contratto. Hammock Panic. Stranger things have happened in Mushroom Kingdom. Actually, no, this is probably the strangest. Firecracker. When the fat hits the fire, send out the emergency call to this Grenaduck and get out of its way. Film at 11. The King. Nothing burns hotter than the King, and as it turns out, nothing explodes like him either. Ew. Trouble Goose. Guaranteed to cure your enemy's belly aching in a hurry. Von Quackington. Listen to them, children of the night. What music makes Baron Von Quackington. Cock-a-doodle kaboom. Awake at the crack of dawn to the bucolic sounds of this robust rooster loudly proclaiming its territory with an ear-piercing explosion. I mean, that's one way to wake up. Scubam stands for Self-Contained Underwater Bomb Attack Mallard, invented by the famous rabbit explorer Wackus Brastu. Egg fry, rumble bang. Don't be left with egg on your face. Tell your foes to beat it with this rapid fire rumble bang. Bulldog. Throw your enemies a bone by making their demise short and sweet. Chomper Stomper. Rabbits at Peach's Castle love to play keep away from chain chomps. They also use them to protect home base during capture the flag. Rasta Blaster. RGB stands for Real Gnarly Beatdown. When you whip out this pixelated panic maker, blow your enemy's bitmap sky high. Paladin Pulverizer, a beacon of virtuous butt kicking. The Big Finish. The soundtrack to your enemy's destruction. It's the final countdown to their doom. It's the final countdown. Love that song. Renegade. Has only one function, to de-res your enemies. Now finish the game. I think there's going to be a new movie coming out with Tron, now that I think about it. Attack-O-Lantern. Want to carve up the competition? Light them up with this festive fiend. Why is this scream Oogie Boogie? The Brutal Noodle. Victory never tasted so good. Oh, that really does look good. Ah, I love noodles. Boolean Blaster. While your enemies might not appreciate the superior craftsmanship, you'll love the creativity, art, and attention to 24-karat butt-kicking detail. Kimono, no. The only thing cooler than a breeze rippling through your casual summer kimono saying sayonara to your enemies. Yoshimite. The only thing cuter than this little Yoshi-inspired duckling is when it blows your enemies to hereafter. Sam Kingfisher. The secret Spec Ops agent has seen a lot. Some of it would rather forget, like canned tuna as a pizza topping. Oh, that gives me the shivers already. The Disco Duck. Guess who will be staying alive when this super freak of a Grenaduck hits the dance floor? Bozo Boom. The greatest show on earth, smack your enemies upside the dome. Exalted Entropic Eggs. Faking a Cockney accent when using his dapper explosive won't do more damage, but it really adds to the atmosphere. Bowser Beak. Oh, that's adorable. As mean and nasty as the villainous Koopa King it was inspired by, now it's your turn to breathe a little fire. Bowser Tail Jr. Oh, we have the family set here. A direct descendant of the Bowser Tail, albeit more impulsive and with a higher pitched jumping sound. Pinwheel. Don't let its whimsical hat fool you. This Grenaduck is all business when it pedals onto the battlefield. Sir Crackers. The noble knight Sir Crackers has taken a solemn oath to kick your enemies' patooties. Malardio. A high damage duck whose diet consists of mushrooms and gold coins. Wait, what? You eat the coins? Mario, why? Annihilation from above. Light him up from on high with his highly trained, strategically mobile Mallard. Sir Goldwane. Bling Arthur's most loyal Grenaduck is fiercely devoted to your cause, known for being kind and gallant, right up to the point of exploding. Hey, Creamer. Cream your enemies with this high cholesterol cackleberry. Sounds dirty. Last dance. Party's over, folks. Time for your enemies to hustle at the door. Hot stuff's coming through. The Brahmageddon. The final brackening is here. Are your enemies prepared? Shirley Temple. Start with spite for your enemies. Adds a splash of vengeance and garish with some ill will, and you've got a sweetheart of a weapon. Crossfire Castle. Oh, that's a cool one. It's a death castle. Tower above the competition, then send our hopes for victory to the deepest, darkest pit of your dungeon. Throw away the key. Rainbow Roaster. Don't be fooled by this mighty meteorological marvel's beauty. The only color spectrum your enemies will see is black through blue. Hostile Voxel. The weapon that could put an end to the eternal dilemma. Which came first, the Pixel or the Voxel? Calavera Cannon. While most sugar skulls are edible, this one is not. Seriously, don't lick it. It gets really hot after it's been in use. Eye of the Kraken. It looks like an apple, honestly. Far beneath the murky sea, the Kraken sleeps where sunlight flees until fire of combat lights its wick. It rises for foes' butts to kick. Luau Launcher. Have your antagonists ride the waves to their doom. Prey of Kitsune. Want to outfox your foes? Summon the power of this foxy lady to the battlefield and watch them turn tail and flee. The Golden Rule. He who has the gold makes the rules, but he who has the power gun makes those who have the gold make the rules. Get it? Super Brazuka. The inventors behind this rocket managed to distill the destructive energies of 1,000 Rabbids into a single concentrated weapon. Brush with mortality. Your enemies will bristle after you give them the brush off with this rigor rocket. Be sure to clean it with paint thinner when finished. Oh, Mickey! Song of Kong. An appealing option when foes are tone deaf to your cries for victory. This baby's roar will get them singing a different tune in no time. Candy Striper Sniper. Packs a powerful peppermint punch that leaves foes defeated and disoriented, but with a delightful, minty aftertaste. Blooper Shooter. From the deepest, darkest pits of the ocean rises the calamari cannon to unleash his wrath upon your enemies. Direly Dulcet Doomsayer. When not using this in combat, you can play old gramophone hits like Diane from Cheyenne or the Hobo Wedding Waltz. Timber. Walk softly and carry a big stick, for the bigger they are, the harder they fall. First Responder. For those brave few whose instincts have them running towards danger instead of away from it. Eat Lead. This sharp-looking rocket really drives your point home with your foes. Also good for doing math homework. Pastel Farewell. A pigment-powered rocket also capable of making really cool drawings of pirate ships. Or ninjas. Or ninja pirates. Or ninja space pirates. The Golden Tongue. The materials used to make this rocket were beyond value. I speak, of course, of the gold coins. Or I guess there was a rabbit involved too. Maybe. 60-watt SWAT. Here's a bright idea. Help your enemy see the light with a 60-watt butt whipping. Potassium pulverizer. Name one other low-cal weapon that has as much fiber and vitamin C and doesn't require refrigeration to maintain quality. Go on. We'll wait. 5 hours later. Habanero Caballero. Like ketchup on popcorn, no food combo has been as hotly anticipated as this one. Guaranteed to make your foes gag and their eyes water. Rigididge Returner. Unless you have Ruse loose in the top padlock, you appreciate the fair succo the sauce bottle this gives you when out in the whoop whoop. Koi Ploy. Hurt your enemies 2 ways. Does physical damage and leaves a gross fish smell in their clothes, making for awkward social engagement. It's literally just it's just a fish for throwing people in people's faces. Curtain Call. Make sure your enemies get the message with this vintage Brennerang and then incapacitates and teaches polite old-fashioned phone manners. Law the Macaw. Your enemies are about to learn a serious lesson courtesy of the School of Hard Squawks and its officially licensed signature Brennerang. The Wiener Whacker. Just a hot dog. Trust us, you don't want to know what's in this Brennerang. Just enjoy it. It's made from Rabbids! SCARAB. SCARAB stands for Sophisticated Cybernetic Aerial Robotic Arm Brennerang. The results of decades of research by Rabbid scientists. Decades, you say? MIRABELLE. Caution. The mid-infrared radiated autonomous banana-based enhanced laser light exterminator or Mirabelle is highly experimental. The Golden Gyre. You could lob common bananas around like a peasant, but why not make a powerful social statement with the signature DK Gold Brennerang? Sconce Response. Island legend says the Banana King received a gold Brennerang from the god Bananaloa. He built the temple of Banana Panamahu in thanks. The classic. Your basic ground pound, loud and satisfying, good for getting free stuff out of vending machines. The Hopper Stopper. Rabbit scientists put springs on their feet and ran lots of field tests to prove that this ground pound works great against hoppers. The Ziggy Zapper. Perfect against Ziggies, who are a little clumsy on their feet to begin with, quite frankly. The Ziggy Zapper 2. Ziggies who may have mocked the first iteration's ground pound are in for a big surprise in the face. The Smasher Thrasher. Ideally suited for those short-tempered simpletons, smashers, don't tell them we call them simple, okay? Mid-Boss Hot Sauce. Mid-bosses proving unmanageable, spice things up with this ground pound is guaranteed to make them sweat. The Buckler Knuckler. This ground pound is especially devastating to bucklers, which is only fair since they're always hiding behind those annoying shields. Summoner Scrambler. Tired of summoners calling in the cavalry? After a few of these, they won't remember how to order a pizza, much less reinforcements. Hopper Stopper 2. Rabbit scientists have been hard at work to improve on the original formula. Good thing they got that grant. Summoner Scrambler 2. The only summoning they'll want to do after this attack is for a neurologist and a chiropractor. All-Purpose Pound. A smack of all trades that cranks the damage dial to 11, suitable for any enemy, perfect for smashers. Megalodon. Need a weapon with teeth? Take a bite out of your foe's ambitions with this prehistoric terror from the murkiest depths of our nightmares. Queen of the Jungle. Ooh. The jungle sees all. Let your guard down and it pounces thanks to this feral flora, however you'll stay at the top of the food chain. Hostile Fossil. Get bad to the bone with a calcified hand cannon made from the fossilized bones of the most promiscuous petrified predators on land or sea. Megalodon 2. Payback. Just when your enemies thought it was safe to go back to the battlefield, yet another monstrous marauder terrorized the arena. And we're not talking about the Megalodon. Brawler Brawler. Ride the tide to victory with this beachcombing bad boy guaranteed to shed your foes into flotsam and jetsams. Serves up. Quake like a leaf. Wrapped in razor-sharp palm fronds, this blaster, like the leaves it's made of, is the very symbol of victory itself. Temple Taser. Made in homage to the mighty temple of Banana Panamahu, final resting place of Banana Kukanali, aka the Banana Empress. Suffer Puffer. Time to suck it up. Oblivious enemies are about to get an unpalatable serving of spikes, saturated suffering from this bloated blaster. It does look painful. Smacking Cracking. Time to get cracking with this legendary beast of a blaster that strikes fears in the hearts of your foes and 18th century fishermen alike. The Honey Hurler. A little island history. The Banana King gave much praise to the gods for the delicious of banana, peanut butter, and honey on toast. Nose Needler. Supercharge your chances for victory with this officially licensed Ramby merchandise available at finer battle HQs everywhere. Panoramic Pillager. This miracle of mechanized evolution has only one function: to sweep the battlefield for prey. Nothing escapes its watch. Coconut Commando. Reap a harvest of enemy heartbreak when its electrolyte enriched hard-shelled swashbuckler drops onto the battlefield, popular with vegans. Angler Mangler. Today's fishing report. Battlefields are well stocked with foes that are drawn to buckings like a trap to a fly. No catch limit. Goliath Grouper. Those who find this on the end of their line realize that the catch of the day is pain, thanks to this remorseless beast from the abyss. Pisces Crisis. Patient and impregnable. This deep sea deployable may not look as mean as its coastal counterparts, but when it pounds, its foes are pummeled. Blah, blah. Undersea Banshee. From the haunted depths of the ocean comes this diabolical deployable to herald the destruction of its enemies with its wretched war cry. Chaos a la carte. Oh, that's a nice one. The Mind Cart Council reminds you that carts are not the roller coaster like thrill rides shown in games, but serious tools of industry. We swear. The Lobster Mobster. Foes will be boiling mad when its ill-tempered invertebrate claws its way into the fray. It comes with a side of suffering and slice of lemon. Yacht Rock Rover. Sail away, come sail away, come sail away on an ocean of smooth grooves. The backing vocals to your opponent's set demise. Trophy Fish Terror. Relax, on guard is safe and sound, and half a ton of pickled mackerel ritual thanks to the licensing deal that brought us this deployable. Bonnet-headed Brute. There's no hiding from this predatory deployable thanks to its wide range of movement and 360-degree vision. Like your third grade teacher. Oddly specific. Wood Shop Walloper. The joining pieces aren't square, the edges aren't straight, and he used too much glue. But Rabbid Cranky still considers this a masterpiece. Blue Collar Brawler. It's not just fines that are double when foes are careless. Near this labor of love, see your enemies' incident reports skyrocket. Guano Guardian. Fertilize plants for victory with this phosphorate-fueled pest repellent. Just wash your hands after so you don't get salmonella poisoning. Exploding Elegance. Rabbid Cranky lost his Sunday best, and he found out the Rabbids recycled it into a finely tailored boom bow. Papillon and all. Dead-Eye Dino. Rabbit scientists were so preoccupied with whether they could, they didn't stop to think that they should develop this dino hybrid. The Grim Peeper. There Charon sits, ruling the dreary coast, his eyes hollow furnaces, his multifocal lenses preventing harmful exposure to blue light. Espresso Atomizer. Never hide your head in the sand again with its officially licensed Espresso the Ostrich merch. Has double kneecaps for authenticity, Line Dry Liquidator. Baddies blemishing the battlefield, simply soak them in buttermilk, rinse with hot water, then let loose with this cataclysmic clothesline. Lawn Ornament Agony. Flamingos perform up to 136 dance moves to attract a mate, as opposed to rabbits who only know the traditional Japanese parasol dance. First Class Crusader. Stay cozy and stretch out. You'll have plenty of legroom while you draw the curtain on your lower class competitors. Free snacks included. Megaton S21. Your enemy's offensive will have you waving a white flag when pigs learn to fly. Foes are in for a dogfight when this ace gets airborne. Barrel of fun. To be honest, this barrel is anything but fun. It smells of pickled egg brine and was once home to a family of opossums. Still, it does the job. That it does. That it does. The cow goes boom. Rabbid Cranky's favorite childhood toy, the others being a hoop and stick and a gray crayon. Hail Mary. Rabbid Cranky was once voted least inspirational by his teammates during his rookie season for the Reef Island Rabbid Roughnecks. How rude. Shelling Milan. Things getting hot on the battlefield? Why not offer your enemies a bite of juicy, refreshing slaughter melon? 0% trans fat, no GMOs. Bombing ramen. Oh, that's a nice one. I like that design. 1. Tear open lid. 2. Pour boiling water inside. 3. Wait for 3 minutes. 4. Enjoy kicking your enemy's butt. Chopsticks not included. Aww. Painapple. Use as a weapon to inflict pain and misery on your enemies. Go right ahead. Just don't you dare use it as a pizza topping. Disposer. Whether it's Monkey Minds or Monkey Shines, Winky is always bouncing with enthusiasm as this is officially licensed barrel bolt. Gold-plated paroxysm. Rabbid Cranky invested his entire retirement savings into the gold-plated barrel market after taking a bath on jade pomegranates. Pandemonium. The panda this was modeled after is named Ling Ling, who served as finance minister on the island until Bamboo Gate forced her out of office. The Hamburger. Loaded with 4 pounds of meat, bacon, mayo, special sauce, and cheese. If the explosion doesn't get them, the clustio will. Oil drum. Relax. Foes will not turn into blue flames with eyes and chase you when hit with this. At least, we think they won't. Life does get weird, though. Alright then, everyone. And with that, that is the last of everything in this entire game. We went through and read through the description of all the stuff in the museum, and also for the weapons. Well, I hope you all enjoyed, and I hope to see you all in the next game. Alright, till then, bye!